What's going on, people? I am Swaver, and this is the Opinionated Facts Media Group podcast. I'm joined by my amazing team. This time, everybody's here. Journey to be great, Coco Love, and Illuminated Lenses. How y'all doing today, man?
Good.
Glad to be back.
Yeah,
I
man.
know it's been too long.
Finally, you know what happened when the Avengers all came back together? We're gonna get y'all some good today. Hopefully all of our listeners are doing great. We really appreciate all of you for just continue to give us your time and listen. Today we're going to be talking about this viral list going around about the places that some women say that they don't want the men to take them on the first date. And we're also going to be talking about the terms boyfriend and girlfriend and where they come from, and also going from sneaky link to something real. So we're going to start out the list of places that women do not want to be taken out by men, and we're going to let Coco cover that. So what you got, Coco?
It's been this whole thing all week about dates and where to go and just all kinds of stuff. So it started with this woman and this guy. I think the woman was like recording herself or whatever. And I think the guy, I think he had got out the car to like come around and like open the door for her. And she wouldn't get out the car because he pulled up to the Cheesecake Factory for their first date. That's where this started. So that whole clip went viral or whatever. And from that was this list of 28 places that women supposedly don't want to go, or most women don't want to go. I'm not going to list all of these places because some of them are redundant, but number one is the Cheesecake Factory. They got Applebee's, Chili's on here, Olive Garden, Chipotle's on here, which is
hell no.
It's
You going too far.
I knew that was gonna cut you deep. And so they got the movies on here. Your house, as in the man's house, is on here, and I do think that's very important.
I definitely agree with that one.
What you think about that? What you think about his house? What you think about that?
I can rock with you.
Yeah, I agree with that. I don't want to go there.
You are kind of chancing a little bit. But,
yeah.
Okay.
Hey, we got Chipotle at the crib. Like,
chef it up for him at the house.
Let's see what else is on here. Like any fast food place. So one that sticks out to me that is a fast food place that I thought was funny was Wingstop, because I don't like Wingstop, but I do love Wing Master. Okay. And Buffalo Wild Wings is on here. So like I could level with you on that, and we can go to Buffalo Wild Wings, you know what I'm saying? And I'll be all right. Let's see. They got the gym on here, which some people might argue that, yeah, the gym is on here.
I would argue against that. I would do the gym.
And I mean, that could be a cute first date depending upon like is that person
cute.
a trainer?
Yeah.
You know, like, I mean, that could work out. But what else they got on here? They got church on here. And
what? Oh,
yeah,
they got to go to church.
They don't want to go to church.
These demons, man, demons. They got right in them.
The church, I mean, it's definitely different. I've never been to a first date or whatever, but I wouldn't be opposed to it. But baby, you gonna have to feed me afterwards, because the communion crackers and the little juice, that's not gonna do it. So
it might be like a church program. You know, a lot of times they have food afterwards. So maybe
she drop a gym for you guys.
But you know what? You know what though? That's probably why they don't want to go, because see, you ain't spending no money. You see. You're not spending no kind of money on me if you take me to the church function. And see, that's probably why it's on here.
We putting you in God's hand.
Right.
That's why it's on here, bro. That is funny.
That church food be hit. You know, I saw somebody say it on IG or TikTok. You know, that funeral food be kind of hidden too a little bit. I'm just saying. Think about it.
It depends.
We're not going there on the first date to a funeral.
No, not at all. You should have rescheduled me, sir. Please. What else is on here? They got Starbucks on here, and I have to disagree. I am definitely down with Starbucks or Dunkin', like any kind of coffee date. I'm down with that. So that's not a problem to me. Ice cream dates, also I disagree. I'm fine with that. Family function. So they don't want to go to the family function on the first day either. Again, they said you're not finna feed me for free. I guess they don't want to.
That what it boils down to, like the amount of money spent.
I think that's what it's looking like to me, because a lot of these places are cheap.
Cheesecake was pretty expensive. I haven't been to Cheesecake Factory, but I thought Cheesecake Factory was kind of expensive.
It just depends on what you get. It depends on what you get.
It's not so much expensive. You're gonna have to make a reservation because there's always a freaking line.
Well,
I mean,
maybe
it's
not.
that.
I mean, you just wait. But I don't know what she had against Cheesecake Factory. Because personally, I'm going. I'll go there. I'll go to Applebee's and Chili's. So, like I said, I
Yeah.
don't. I don't know.
It might be one of them when they be like, well, that's like where everybody go or something like that type of thing. Which again is stupid because it don't matter. It still takes you somewhere. But that's probably what the thought process was. Kind of like how Olive Garden used to be the thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if you really trying to wind it down, but now Olive Garden is kind of normal. Like Applebee's again, there's nothing
Yeah.
wrong with that. That shit is expensive.
Wow.
$15 for Alfredo,
Well,
but
I'm trying to understand if you go on a date, and we can go deep into this, but if you go on a date, the money and sex should not be on your mind. The time spent should be what you're there for. So
Right.
I'm not really
true.
understanding where if you went to get ice cream or you went to get steak or you just went to sit down somewhere and bring some sandwiches from home. I'm trying to understand like why does it matter if I'm not looking for sex and you're not, oh, he got to spend some money. We're supposed to be there trying to learn about each other. So it doesn't make sense. But yeah,
Yeah.
let's
When you think about it, though, I mean, most people don't know what the definition of like an actual relationship is. Taking somebody on a date, you're literally trying to get to know them. So it's like you said, sex shouldn't be on your mind, and the price of the date shouldn't be on your mind either. Really,
This is a few more they have on here. Somewhere that requires a long drive, which I don't know. I mean, I guess that it
so
just kind of
these
depends. I
hoes
don't know.
got ADHD nowadays. That's basically what that is. That's
Yeah,
what
I
this
don't know
is.
what
This is what
that.
you
I
mean a
don't
long drive.
like in our city. It's not really many places here that require a long drive. Everything is like a 20-minute drive, depending upon the time of day you're going. So this might be more for people that live like in Atlanta or something, maybe, or on the outskirts of Atlanta, and maybe they got to drive into Atlanta, somewhere like that. Maybe I don't know.
If I'm the one driving, sit your ass in the passenger seat and rock out.
Well, that might be why. Because I don't want to get off the subject, but as far as the first date is concerned, like me, you're not driving me anywhere. I'm gonna meet you. So there's
Yeah.
that. So I don't know. That might have something to do with it. Man, it's just a few more. They got bowling, nightclubs, which I agree with that. A bar just for drinks and any sporting events. So basically, and they got a buffet.
everywhere. They don't want to go anywhere.
Yeah, they don't want to go anywhere. And don't take them to no damn buffet. And I can agree with that.
Baby, you can get
Yeah,
all
because
you eat though.
I don't care for buffets.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Y'all tripping, man.
So the Suma's place that's here in Montgomery, that wouldn't be good. I understand if you say Golden Corral, I mean, fine.
Mm-mm.
Or like if you go into breakfast or whatever. You mean to tell me if someone say Denny's, like that's like a
Denny's was on the
it
list
might,
as well, by the way.
see that's some bullshit right
Along with
there.
Waffle House.
Man, they tripping, bro. Yeah, you know what? If I can't even finish that. Anyway, we're gonna transition. This is ridiculous. So anyway, I'm going to talk about the term boyfriend and girlfriend. And so what I wanted to bring up real quick, I don't want to stay too long on this, but I just want to talk about it just a little bit. Giving somebody the title of boyfriend or girlfriend, what does that really entitle them to? Because it's not recognized anywhere on any documents or anything lawful. The only thing is recognized as marriage. Maybe even you could throw engagement in there or something like that. But I just think it's amazing how once we give a person the title of girlfriend or boyfriend, we automatically give them the same benefits of someone that's been married. So, for example, a wife gives her hand in marriage to her husband. And so she starts cooking, cleaning, and then, providing different services to him, including sex. Well, if that's a privilege of a husband, then how come we tell a man, I mean, well, not we, but if one would tell a man, yeah, yeah, you could be my boyfriend, and give that boyfriend the same benefits that you would give someone that you would consider to be your husband, and then vice versa. So I just thought that was really crazy when you start to really sit down and think about it. Have y'all ever thought about it like that?
Not as far as like where the term actually came from. No, I haven't. But
I
like
mean,
it brings up a valid point. Like, and when you ask like what does it mean when you assign these titles to people? I mean, to me, it's supposed to imply that you're exclusive. And I guess in a perfect world, if you're on your way to marriage, but of course that doesn't happen that way.
That's engagement. If you
Mhm.
think about it, engagement is what you're talking about, but the boyfriend girlfriend thing was just made up.
Well,
I
yeah,
mean,
I'm saying is I get it's a title, but even with engagement, you're saying that you don't necessarily be exclusive until you're engaged.
listen, you got people that are married that are not exclusive.
Well,
I,
yeah,
I can tell you
I
right.
guess the assumption that you're supposed to be exclusive.
Well, I'm
you
just
have
if,
to you have to have certain steps or certain boundaries, or people will go over the boundaries. I'm not saying you. I'm just saying in general, like because people will make their own think up of what you are in their head unless you put it out there that okay, we are exclusive or we're doing this so we're doing that. That's really where the terms come from, like the boyfriend and girlfriend and
But
the engagement and everything like that.
we made it to where it made sense, like romanticizing it though. But a boyfriend is just a boy that's a friend. When you decide to sleep with him and then create, like, provide this husband type world for him, that's something you doing. But a boyfriend is nothing other than a boy that's a friend. A girlfriend is nothing other than a girl that's a friend. If you start providing these services, and that's why so many of us are tired before we get to getting married, because I don't even want to get married anymore. I've had enough husbands already. I've had enough wives already. So we never even got a chance to get to the point of saying I really want to be a husband because I'm already tired of being one. Or I don't even want to be a wife because I'm tired of being a wife. Even though you were technically a girlfriend, a boy that was a friend, you were still doing husband or wife activity. So that's what happens. But like I said, I didn't want to stay on that too long, but it does make you think, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it was
Well,
good food for thought.
and speaking of titles, that brings me back to my topic, sneaky link versus wanting a relationship. So it's probably not so much in men, but I notice in women, and even with myself in the past, you get involved with someone and you just basically having sex with. Then you get to the point where you want a relationship and you still involved with this guy that you just sleeping with. But you say you want a relationship, a committed relationship. You want somebody to be faithful to you, take you seriously. But you still allowing this other guy to smash that you know he's not serious about you. He's, of course, dealing with other women. You allow that, but want someone else to come in and you have boundaries for that person. Like they have to date you and they have to do all these other things before they even get to that benefit. Meanwhile, allowing this other person to hit you up whenever they want to, when they want to. I just think if you're serious about you want to be in a relationship, you want to be committed, I think you have to let that situation go before you even start looking for a relationship. I just feel like you need to start preparing yourself. You need to let that go because what I've noticed is that you only going to attract the same type of energy, just a person with a different name. So I think if you're involved in that, you know, okay, you may have done that. You realize, you know what, I can't do this any longer. Because most of the time, it's the woman that's gonna catch feelings. Like, let's just be honest. Even from a scientific perspective, because you know, sex produces oxytocin. Women produce that in much larger amounts, which is what they call the cuddle hormone or whatever. Which is why we end up wanting to be attached to whatever. Where the other guy, he came and he want to know when you going home. So we just got to do better. So we just gotta, if that's something you really want from a woman perspective, I feel you have to completely rid yourself of those type of relationships. Take a brief period to find out exactly what you want in a person and start, first of all, becoming those things that you seek outside of, and then think about trying to move into a relationship. But that's just my opinion. What are y'all thoughts on? As far as a man go too, I want to hear that perspective from a man. Like if he decides I'm tired of messing with these chicks, I want a relationship, but this one she does these type of tricks and I like it, but I want a relationship. So what's the perspective from a guy point of view on that also?
I'm gonna keep it real brief. When a man is ready to find his wife, you'll know because there's gonna be certain things that he's gonna do that's gonna be very different. And I'm speaking from real experience. And I think at the same time, if a guy is not interested, you're gonna know he's not interested. And I think he's going to keep applying pressure for his needs. So that's why you have spaces for sneaky links inside people and stuff like that, because there are always going to be guys that are not ready to be married, but there's also guys that are ready to be married. If you are a woman of certain standards yourself, especially if you build yourself up to that, you're going to start to notice when you're encountering one that wants to be married and when you're encountering one that doesn't. And so I think if you do the work on yourself, you'll be able to clearly see what man or woman is doing the work on themselves. So that's what I have about that.
I do agree that if that's what you want, if you actually want a relationship, then yes, you do have to practice what you preach. You can't have your cake and eat it too. Because a relationship is a lot of work, it's a lot of putting time into that one person. How can you really want a relationship if you are still in the link thing too?
Right.
Yeah. I was just gonna say the same, pretty much same thing. Like you do have to change as a woman. If that's what you want, you have to stop participating in those activities if you are, and just kind of prepare yourself, work on yourself. Until the time comes where you meet someone that is on the same page as you. So I would agree, like you can't keep participating in being a sneaky link or whatever, you know what I'm saying? If that's not what you want out of life. I mean, it might be fun and everything or whatever at a certain point, but when you get to that stage where you want more, you have to practice it, already already. So I would agree.
Okay. To our listeners, we want to know what you guys think about this podcast episode today. Starting out with the list, let us know some places that you guys think will be approved by the ladies. And also, how many of y'all out there, girlfriend, boyfriend, didn't know where that came from or what it's all about? And also, how many of y'all out there sneaking around? Let's see what's going on in the community. If you enjoy this type of content, don't forget to like and subscribe. I am Swaver, joined by Journey to Be Great, Coco Love, Illuminated Lenses. This is the Opinionated Facts Media Group podcast. Until next time, peace.